Assalamu alaikum students, this is Miss Meher Munir. We are now starting our English literature with the chapter number 1, which is Quaid-e-Azam and his vision for Pakistan. This is chapter number 1 of your academic session 2020 till 2021. But in your books, this is chapter number 10 because you all had learnt 9 chapters in your grade 8. So we are now starting with this chapter and we are now considering this chapter as our first chapter. This is a picture of our founder Quaid-e-Azam. You all have been aware of this picture and this man's character and his personality. In this chapter, we are about to learn his vision and what was his basic idea for Pakistan. Here are the words and their meanings that are taken from your book to make it easy for you all. Go through the chapter, read out the chapter, and if you find words difficult, the meanings are given on your screens. This is a quote of Quaid-e-Azam which is my favorite one. There is no power on earth that can undo Pakistan. This chapter is basically about the vision that Quaid-e-Azam had for Pakistan. Quaid-e-Azam is our founder, we all know this point, and we all know the struggle he had just because of us and just for the sake of Pakistan he had to struggle a lot. He was one of the most dynamic personalities of South Asia. He led the Muslim majority areas of subcontinent to become an independent state called Pakistan, where they could live honorably according to the teachings of their faith, culture and civilization. This was a great achievement of Quaid, unparalleled in history of the world. No success is parallel to this achievement of Quaid-e-Azam. Even the Hindu leaders like Gokhale and famous Hindu poetess Sarojini Naidu used to praise him as the best ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity. Quaid-e-Azam told us or addressed us that you are free to go to your temples, you are free to go to your mosque or to any other place or worship in this state of Pakistan. You may belong to any religion or caste or creed, that has nothing to do with the business of the state. He provided us with the independence not just in the sense that we have a separate country, also in the sense that we can believe on any religion, we can focus on our caste and our creed, we can follow our customs and our cultures in Pakistan. Every single person has an independence to follow their religion. These are the pictures of first Constituent Assembly when he was elected as a first president of Pakistan. Let's read out the summary of this chapter. In this chapter, the personality, struggle, thought and vision of Muhammad Ali Jinnah have been described. He believed in Hindu-Muslim unity and worked for it, but the attitude of the narrow-minded Hindu leaders of Congress compelled this broad-minded leader to change his idea about the Hindus and Muslims unity. He was a far-sighted leader, so he realized the plan of Hindu-Muslim polarization and made the Muslims aware of it. He made all of us aware of the need of independence. He was strongly of the thought that every citizen is equal in the eyes of the law of the state. He never discriminated. He believed in equality. He believed that Pakistan could progress when its citizens cooperate with the state. This is what he taught us, and this is what we should still work on, that we should cooperate with each other, we should cooperate, and we should realize our responsibilities as a citizen, so that only in that case Pakistan will struggle. Otherwise Pakistan is not able to struggle if the citizens of Pakistan are not cooperating with each other. This hero Quaid-e-Azam has some beautiful quotations, and one of those quotations is in front of you. With faith, discipline and selfless devotion to duty, there is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. He was completely right that if we are sincere, disciplined and devoted to our work or to our duty, there is nothing that we cannot achieve. We can achieve every success or the topmost success with devotion, discipline and faith in our characters. Pakistan is one of those examples or one of those achievements that he had with the cooperation of his faith, discipline and devotion. He told us, or he guided us the right path, and he guided us, or he forced us to be independent, and he motivated us to speak for our rights, which is what we should learn and our future generations should also. If you have any question regarding the chapter, there will be a Google meeting of course, and we will discuss it there. Read out the chapter and it will be pretty much clear, because the language or the English used in your English textbook is very easy. And go through the chapter. If you find some words difficult, the meanings are provided you in the video. Even the summary is also provided. So go through the chapter, and if you find any query, I am here, always here to help you. Thank you so much.